Hi, I'm going to show you how to use the website pandalhop.com. Pandalhop.com helps you find all of the best Durga Puja pandals in Kolkata. All of the pandals on the site have had their locations verified, and they all have photographs and ratings, so you can quickly figure out which are the best pandals and figure out where they are and go and see them. You can also add your own pandals and upload your own photos. So let's get started. On the left here, you can see the map of Kolkata, and all of the pandals are located as these icons with stars on the map. And all the pandals are also in this tiling on the right with a photograph and the name above it and the number of stars from 1 to 5 below it. This is a scrollable area where you can see all the pandals. The best rated ones are on the top. If you click on one of these tiles, it will center the map on that pandal. And if you click over here on the map on one of the icons, it will show the pandal in the tiling on the right with a yellow bar around it, showing that it's selected. If we click again, either on the right or on the name on the map, it will bring up a pop-up for the pandal. Now this part down here will change once we log in, but we'll look at that later. The first thing you want to do is click on the image to see the slideshow for the pandal. So starting with the most recent picture, all the pictures that anyone has taken of the pandal will show up here. This was a gorgeous pandal last year. So those are the slides. Let's close that. And also, if we go back to the pop-up, down at the bottom is the photo page for the pandal. This shows the same pictures as the slideshow, but in more of a blog-like format, starting with the date of the most recent photo. And each photo has the time it was taken here, and on the left side is the name of the person who took the photo. If we click on that, we can go to the photo page for that user. Every user who has uploaded photos has a photo page. This is mine. It's pretty long, and it shows the pandal that I visited and the date, and then all the photos with the time on each one, and if it changes to another date, the date or a different pandal, you'll see it over here. So here's Selimpur. If I click on one of these pandal names, it takes me back to the pandal page for the photo page for that pandal. This one's Selimpur. I've already taken some pictures of the work in progress this year, and then if we scroll down, we'll see it changes to a date from 2014 when I took some pictures last year at the pandal. So let's go back. I'm pressing the back button to go back to the main app again. Now, there may be, the map gets a little cluttered with these icons, so you might want to filter them. This button here lets you filter the pandals. Let's say I only want to see the ones that have 4 or more stars because I want to focus on seeing the best pandals. So it's just limited now to the 4 and 5 star pandals, and the tiling on the right also only has those pandals. So if we scroll down, it gets to the end where the 4 star pandals end. Another thing we can do, let's go back to the, in the filters you can also see the pandals on your wish list once you're logged in, and you can see the ones that have won Asian Paints Awards. Let's go back to all pandals. Now you can also search for pandals like this. Let's say we would like to find a pandal in Chetla. So it found Chetla Agrani Club. We can click on it. It shows it on the map and in the tiling with the yellow bar around it. We can zoom in and see it, and there's some other pandals in Chetla. So let's go back out here. And another feature is the geolocation feature. It's not very useful on a desktop like I am on, but if you're on a phone, it's very useful. You can show the location, your location on a map. The browser may ask you for permission, which you'll have to give. And now there's a blue dot on the map representing my location. Now I can't see it, so let me, going back to that menu, I can click on this button at the bottom, zoom in on my location, and it shows me the blue dot there. Let's now log in and see what you can do once you're logged in. Pandalhop.com uses Facebook to authenticate you, and so you'll need a Facebook account. Please read this information and then agree and log in. And my profile picture from Facebook appears up here. On the map, we see a few changes. There's a lot of hearts representing what is on my wish list. And these small dots are pandals that I have added, but they don't have ratings or photos yet, and they have not been made public yet. You probably won't have so many pandals on your map. Now if we click on a tile and then click it again, and we go back to this pop-up, we see that there's some new stuff down here where we can add this to our wish list. If we want to go see it, a heart will appear on the icon. And then once I've seen it and I want to rate it, I can give it a rating down here. Let's say that it was really good again, so I'll give it a 5. And now my rating has been put in as part of the average rating. Let's put it back to unseen here. Now, suppose that I would like to upload a photo or give a rating to a panel that doesn't exist in the system yet. I can add panels in this menu here. So I go down and I click Add Pandal, and a red dot appears. And let's say that there's a panel at Nico Park that I've discovered. So I'll put this panel at Nico Park. I can cancel this by pressing the X, but instead I'll add the panel. Let's call it Nico Park. And there it is. Now to add a photo, we click and bring up the pop-up, and this little plus sign has appeared after we logged in. We can now upload photos, so we'll click it, pick a photo from the file system, and now it's uploading. This may take a little longer on a phone. And when it's done uploading, the picture will appear right here and also over here in the tiling. And we'll see that in just a second. And there it is. And we can add as many photos as we want. Now if we positioned this pandal incorrectly, we can also move it, which is similar to adding a pandal. The red dot appears. You can move it to a slightly more accurate location and then click Move Pandal and it gets moved. And if you don't want the pandal anymore, you can delete the pandals that you created by pressing Delete Selected Pandal and confirm, and then the pandal will go away. One more thing you can do when you're logged in is your own photo page, since it knows who you are, is available directly. All the user photo pages are public, but they're not that easy to find. Your own is easy to find by clicking on this. Brings up the page we've seen before of my photos, so you can share this with your friends and show all the panels you visited. That's the basic feature set. Two more things I'll mention is that if you don't have a data plan and you have an Android phone, you might prefer to use the Android app. It works offline. If you use it with Wi-Fi and get the map cached, you can then take it offline and use it, and the basic system works to go and find the pandals. Clicking on this will take you to the Google Play Store. It's a free app. And if you want help, click on this help. It will take you to the frequently asked questions, and if your question is not answered here, you can send us an email. Thank you very much, and have a great time pandal hopping.